Alright, here we go. This is a 3v3 custom match on Thar between the red team in the upper left-hand corner, MCcombat in the Steampunk Striker, sporting the new pie flare bowler hat and rainbow contrails. Dude9599 in the Steampunk Warthog, also with the pie flare, and MrCommunism in the Easter Osprey, also known as the Bunny Spree. And their opponents in the bottom right hand corner, the green team, darkblaze47 in the Star Neo, GVSUKIRBY in the Steampunk Bomber, and WayWay in the Chrome Saucer. And this is a custom match on Thar, and green team gonna go with an early. This is probably going on attack, so they will go for mid right at the beginning. But MCcombat and MrCommunism actually going straight for the island. Do not have enough infantry to take it. Only 3 get in. I'm surprised those 3 got in the first place, since there was these bunkered jackals that they didn't even kill first. I'm not really sure why that still happens. Stuff gets through bunkered neutrals, but yeah, that's just the way it is right now. And MCcombat dogfighting with WayWay. WayWay forced to retreat really quick with really low life. But now this mid is sort of surrounded by green armadillos, but they're still quite a long way from clearing it, so I don't think they're going to be able to grab control of it just yet, because especially because you know, red is going to be able to contest it pretty well. But as you can see, red has already taken the top right factory with 2 sockets. The bottom left island is also in red's control with 3 sockets, so green really needs to grab this mid and keep it, which they have. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep it. We will see. But red hasn't grabbed this. Oh, and green hasn't grabbed this one either. Okay, so the problem is now, well, not the problem, but each team does not have their, you know, the initial outpost that's sort of guarded by neutrals at the beginning. But green has grabbed theirs, so they are slightly ahead in that respect. Although I would say they are behind. And MCcombat getting taken down by WayWay, and MrCommunism previously also getting taken down by WayWay. WayWay has a booster saucer play again. We see this; it's getting more and more popular. And drops 2 dillos over here, and will fight for the island. And there are a couple infantry dropped at this top factory as well. 2 green players are going for it, Kirby and Darkblaze, but they only have infantry over here. They are able to neutralize it, but not able to take it. Oh no, actually they will take it. All 4 infantry do get in, and Kirby is doing a little bit of defensive infantry spam, and is going to drop some dillos in defense. WayWay was not successful in taking this factory. But green does have control of mid, which is arguably the most important outpost on this map. The only thing is mid on Thar, and WayWay taking out MCcombat and MrCommunism, and Darkblaze getting taken out by Dude, and WayWay equals Lexi. I'm not really sure what that meant, because WayWay is using Ash. However, the green has been able to really contest this area, neutral once again, and WayWay dropping 4 probes. They will take it and clean up this last tank. MCcombat trying to bringing an armadillo. I don't really think this is going to work very well. You know, there are all 3 green members are over here, and MrCommunism coming with another Longhorn, but he will get taken down by Darkblaze. Oh, does land, but Darkblaze does finish him off in the air, or you know, in the landing. And now we do have a pretty good split in the map, with green owning mid, and now they will pretty much all 3 guys are here, so they will pretty much fortify that outpost as well. And this bottom island is red, and now I guess this is sort of becoming the next battlefront. Now with these infantry drops, and all the mechs are over here fighting for it. MrCommunism does go down, and Darkblaze does take down Dude as well. And but this is pretty secure. It's probably not really going to be contested by red that much anymore. Kirby just finding a stray Longhorn, not stray, but a guarding Longhorn, not really behind, you know, and he was guarded by that outpost, so he was able to drop and kill it, but does go down to MCcombat. Really probably should have just got out of there with all those red mechs that came to fight. But these 2 jackals did get dropped on patrol and are dodging a lot of tank fire. They do last a lot longer than they normally would have. And at this point, Green is continually dropping jackals. I'm not sure who that is. It's probably WayWay. And he is abducting a Longhorn. It will get away super quick. Booster saucers, gotta love them. And MCcombat trying to finish off these jackals, but it's just really hard with that patrol. And darkblaze doing a little bit of harass, will go down, does cloak. Oh, will he be able to get away? No, he is gonna get, they do see those red numbers pop up, and he does go down to Dude and MCcombat double teaming. And WayWay coming with 3 jackals. I'm pretty sure he's just doing this for an extra harass purposes. MCcombat, he doesn't really have to deal with it because there is a Longhorn there, and WayWay coming back, microing them all around, setting a lot of patrol points. Look at that, and he is going to be able to cause a lot of trouble for Red Team. And now Green Team has a little bit of extra time. WayWay starting to focus on this bottom island, and Kirby also doing some bombing. When MCcombat comes down to respond with MrCommunism, thwarts away, actually kills Kirby, and darkblaze trying to support his teammates, but now he's the only one over here, and probably will get finished off by these red players. But he is cloaked and will waste a lot of their time. He is going to try to get away, and he actually does. Communism and MCcombat are not able to get that kill and finish him off. Green causing a little bit of trouble over here, and darkblaze coming over here at the fort. And Dude finishing that tank that he dropped after MCcombat kills Dude, or after MCcombat kills Darkblaze. And right now, Kirby doing some more harass at this outpost. And I would say at this point, Green is dictating the pace of this match, and Kirby does get killed. But with all those fort drops, with all the harass that is coming from WayWay and Darkblaze, what's happening is Red is forced to respond to Green instead of the other way around. And now, actually, we do see MCcombat with a Longhorn here at the bottom of the map. Used to be invisible if you trace the bottom of Thar, but now not anymore. That has been fixed. And Dude also here to support him, gonna shoot right at the front door with that Hero Hog, and the Longhorn they dropped, is dead, but MCcombat and Dude are still both here. MCcombat full health, and Dude still has a pretty good third of his life, and now dropped the Seeker there. I think that was Kirby, and does finish off Dude, and MCcombat now, so low on life, was gonna try to go for that suicide, but MCcombat getting finished off by Kirby, not able to retreat. And now Darkblaze sending a tank push to the fort. It is pretty open. MCcombat does say incoming, does warn his team they will be able to get the defense off, but these 6 Dillos, let's just see what Red trades off to defend against these 6 Dillos. Now they have 6 Longhorn at the front. I think there were 2 there, so they did command at least 4 extra Longhorn to this defense. And now Dude bringing one to the upper ledge there. And in the meantime, Green has been dropping. I think that this has been WayWay multiple dropping these Longhorn, or not Longhorn, Dillos over at this island, and a lot of them, pretty much all of them, have been cleaned up. I don't think that it's been able to kill too many red units, but now they still have to deal with this Dillo, and it's actually taken out quite a lot of fort health from Green at not that high of a cost. Dropping at that top ledge, very effective on Thar, because you cannot get any blocking units. What you see sometimes is and WayWay trying to do an abduct, but gets away really quick. But what you do see sometimes is people just stationing tanks or any defending units or whatever they choose, sort of, to take up as much area up there on the ledge as they can to make it really hard for the other teams to do any drops on those ledges, because it is pretty much free damage, because there is no blocking it unless you have a really bad positioning, of course. But if you leave a little bit of room in front on that ledge, then the opposing team will be able to block. And WayWay dogfighting with MrCommunism here. MrCommunism does retreat back to his outpost, and trying to follow Kirby there does not get him. There is MCcombat does go down to Darkblaze, and that was a triple team actually. And MrCommunism doing a quick flyby, is going to take a look at the fort, and actually Dude did drop this Longhorn, does die, but then, and WayWay following back MrCommunism to that corner, and does kill him. Darkblaze is gonna try to neutralize this with Kirby in the support, and WayWay with the abduct. MCcombat has his hands full now. Both of his and MCcombat does take out WayWay with both Dude and MrCommunism coming in, firing at him with that triple team. Super quick death there. But yeah, MCcombat was the only one there for a brief second, and we do have a complete wipe on green. MCcombat and Dude taking out Kirby and Darkblaze respectively, and now they have a small opening. Let's see what they try to do with it. They are a little bit scrambled, not really working together per se, but now Dude and MCcombat is going for a fort drop, and Dude is going for this bottom outpost for green, and MrCommunism dropping infantry over here, really splitting green now. They can't be in three places. Well, they can be in 3 places at once. It is a 3v3, but it makes it that much harder. He does neutralize this outpost, and that is just an extra thing for green to deal with. And at this point now, it is red dictating the pace. Doing drops, forcing green to respond. Dude landing there to avoid WayWay's fire, but WayWay has those boosters. Is probably not going to land. But and Dude using the ground to air and does force WayWay out of there. But now WayWay still hasn't pinned down. I does not get that abduct off. I am going to stay on this action. Now WayWay, Dude does get away, and WayWay does get taken out by MCcombat and Kirby as well. That was Dude getting the kill at that time, and now Darkblaze is all alone over here trying to defend by himself. And let's just take a quick look at what MrCommunism is doing. Not really. I guess just trying to drop some. Bringing some tanks to the battlefield, I guess, down here. All 3 green members are back here. They have dropped a couple tanks on the ledge. They do not have any artillery firing up, which is something that you would expect in pretty much in this battle. That's something you really expect. Artillery going both ways and tanks being leapfrogged both ways as well. And a lot of times you do see boomers, you do see creepers, you do see bombs, especially on a 3v3 on Thar. You really see that in a 3v3 where you do get to diversify your loadout. You do tend to see more of those units that aren't used in a typical 1v1 or 2v2. But now Red has a lot of tanks over here. They've cleared most of the units that Green has dropped on the high ground, and now they'll be able to ferry it to this ledge over here, which will give them an extremely good advantage positionally. And Green very short on units surrounding this outpost. WayWay and GVSUKIRBY are both down at this moment. MCcombat and all the Red members starting to ferry more and more tanks, more and more Seekers down to the low ground, and it will probably, if they keep this up, they will be able to eventually neutralize this outpost and probably take it, and that will start to spell the end of the game for Green Team. MCcombat leveling up there, so now can continue his assault without having to go back to his outpost. Dude very low on life, will get killed by Darkblaze. Oh, actually that went to Kirby, and MCcombat also going down as well. Red a little bit overextended here, committing way too much time down here in the low ground. And MrCommunism is probably all going to go down as well, unless he retreats right now. But the thing is, he is going to get triple teamed by these 3 green members, so even if he just bolts out of there, he'll probably just die in a matter of like half a second. He is behind this this terrain, this weird bar thing. He does finally go down after he lifts off to WayWay, and now but the thing is that stalled enough time for Dude and MCcombat to respawn, and now we do have a battle once again. If MrCommunism went down earlier than that, Green probably would have been doing much more and clearing much more of the units that Red Team has over here, but MrCommunism was able to survive for so long that both of his teammates were able to respawn, and it's really great there, because now they can continue the assault they started. MCcombat really low on life. Oh, and Dude is the one that goes down first. MCcombat gonna go down. Oh no, kills Darkblaze before he backs into his Seekers, and now really low on life, but protected by all these Seekers. WayWay, WayWay almost going down, but just needs to blink once or twice back to get that heal. Oh, and finally MCcombat lifts off, and WayWay does get that kill. But again, now MrCommunism is here to support. So, as long as they can continue the battle without getting, all of them killed and distract Green, or not really distract Green, but force them to instead deal with a Red member of the team versus dealing with just their units, then they will be able to continue this assault, this pressure on this bottom outpost that Green has. WayWay just bringing more tanks up, but it's really not, I mean, they don't have the numbers to support that style, I would say, because a Booster Saucer would really just continually micro and leapfrog tanks just like crazy, and you just see pretty much tanks just appear in a matter of like 10 seconds, and that's what takes down your army. But the problem is Green does not have the economy to really support this. Kirby's sitting on 22,000 credits right now. He does have Goliaths in his loadout, so I would expect him to start building it, but he really doesn't have, he's only building artillery right now. Dude getting pinned down by WayWay. WayWay is forced to back off just because Dude was backing way, but really far into his own territory, and WayWay just crowded all those Seekers and whatever was there. Was not able to continue the stock, I guess you could say, on Dude. But now the Goliaths facing off with just a single Goliath and a couple Longhorns. Now there are 3 Goliaths for Green Team over here. So Red really needs to start picking it up and literally picking up Goliaths from their fort and not fort, from their outpost. And they do need to really start producing Goliaths. MrCommunism is really low on credits, though. If I were him, I would start to sell the less necessary units like this, the protecting units back here, because at this point the battle is here. So anything over here is not necessarily a waste because it's technically defensive, but it's not being used as much as anything in this area, in this battlefield. So personally, what I try to tend to do is to sell any units not actively attacking anything, and at that point you get, and sell those or either bring them over to the battle. And at this point, what MrCommunism could do, because he has Goliaths in his loadout, is just pretty much trade Longhorn or Seeker for Goliaths, and it will really help this ground battle with these huge tanks, with these huge tank armies. But now Green is getting a much better handle on the situation. We do see a couple of Berthas actually over here firing in for Green. If I were Green, who has the Berthas on Green Team? It is WayWay. WayWay needs to like pick up. I saw some extra artillery. WayWay can pick up some of those Archies and make Berthas. He does have 10,000. He can make another Bertha right now, I think. Yeah, he doesn't have. He just I would say Green should start making more Uber units at this point, because if they can hold out and keep them alive, then they will be able to make a sizable push back to wherever they need to. And even maybe reallocating what one of the Green team members is doing. Like, for example, they can have a 2v3. In the defensive, you can pretty much have a 2v3 battle and hold out pretty well against another team, just because you are there is a defender's advantage in this game, and you can have a third member maybe starting to mass up some tanks on one side or doing some infantry drops to divert. And now Dude, almost dead, goes down to that was Darkblaze, and WayWay and GVSUKIRBY and Darkblaze have killed every single member of the red team at this point, so they do have a huge power play. And Darkblaze bringing a Goliath to Red's fort. No one sees him because he is a Cloak Neo. He is bringing it to the ledge, exactly where he should put it, and it will start firing directly in here. Darkblaze going for the Seeker. I kind of would tend to go for the Longhorn, but Darkblaze wants to stay in this area to babysit that tank as long as he possibly can, and taking a lot of damage off on this base. It's still lasting for a pretty long time. Dude finally takes it out, but at this point, it really was worth it. It took quite a lot of damage out, and now the lunchbox is now in effect for Red Team finally. MCcombat getting caught on his way to the fort and does get killed by like that double team from Green. And now, see, look, there are no more, where this battle was before, there are no more red units. Green has pushed them back to in a defensive stance over there, and WayWay almost killing Dude again, and he does decide to ditch the boosters to land and get the kill on Dude. Yeah, that is worth it. Definitely worth it if you can pull it off. So great transform decision from WayWay. I'm pretty sure Dude was expecting him to do exactly what he's been doing the entire match and not transforming, not ditching those boosters. But that was when Dude just says, you lost your boosters. Yeah, but you lose quite a lot of time, Dude, especially since you're a Warthog. You're going to take a long time to respawn, and I would say that is worth it. And now the battle's shifting once again to this area, but now green has the advantage with all of those members. Oh, but there is 2 kills on green team, or for red team on green, and WayWay getting focused down on over his outpost. Oh, but they give up. They don't finish him off. WayWay did kill Dude, but MrCommunism was there. They could have finished it off with MC and MrCommunism continually firing, but they did not, you know, they didn't continue to do it. MC did kind of go away there. Didn't really, I'm not sure if he realized that Dude, or not Dude, but that Communism was also firing in, trying to finish that focus fire, but did not get it. Ooh, and we are almost hitting overtime 1. There's only 10 seconds, 11 seconds left in quarter 4, and we are almost going to hit the late game. Pretty much when overtime hits, that is really considered late game, because at that point the style of play does need to shift to more of a panicked dropping mode for at least one of the teams. Usually the team that has less outposts, depending on how much each team has left in terms of fort health. But now look at this huge leapfrog army that green has produced on this high ground, or I guess on the... Well, there's only 2 elevations for Thar. So yes, high ground and low ground. This is the high ground for Thar, and MCcombat taking out darkblaze there with his steampunk striker. Whoa, Dude almost getting killed, does barely get away, but I mean, now look, there are too many units over here for green. Red is really fighting losing battle. They should just put more artillery and ground units over here to just fight off any of the green units that they've shifted over here. Because I personally don't think that they will be able to fight against, or not fight against, but win that battle. Just look at the numbers. It was just too unreasonable. Yeah. So if green continues the pressure, they probably can eventually get to this island. So if red doesn't have someone there trying to babysit green's push, or at least green's advance toward that area, they probably will lose the island. MCcombat has full pie. Let's take a look. Yes, full pie there. That is one of the new flares that has come out for St. Patrick's Day. It used to be Thigh's pie, but now it's everyone's pie. Everyone, go buy it. It's 314 diamonds. You can kind of deduce why. But yeah, MCcombat running from a lot of seeker missiles. That is really fun to watch, actually. Just all the seeker missiles firing, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us have done the tornado of missiles that come at you. Right now, oh, I thought those were tanks. Those are creeps. I could have sworn that someone on red team called out a push that was incoming, but no, I was mistaken. But now green pretty much is not going to lose this outposts, and MCcombat really needs to give. I would say give up on this area. It's too heavily fortified. They need to push from a different direction. Dude, finishing off that seeker. Any small kills that you can get for pretty much for free, meaning like against no enemy mechs, then you might as well go for it, just because that's... Oh, MCcombat getting followed by darkblaze. I thought he was going to try to land to avoid his fire, but no, he did not. And this okay, now we have one of the normal artillery wars for mid, but on Thar, it doesn't really work the same, just because the outposts are so much further apart than, for example, Nest, Thorn, or Duel, especially Simple. But yeah, the defending team is definitely more, has the advantage because they are defending close to their outposts. So at this point, the Osprey is really important to heal all that artillery fire that's going down. And now MrCommunism shifting all his units to this lower ground here. You really do have to, I guess, unflank the artillery that is firing at you, and that's kind of what he's trying to get at. Darkblaze almost, no, not really almost going down, but WayWay, WayWay actually did almost take down MrCommunism there. And now the battle is, the battle is so split. It's kind of like each player is fighting, doing a 1v1 in a different area against another player for a brief second. MCcombat killing Kirby there on his way up. Kirby landing right in this patch of units. Pretty dangerous, especially for a bomber in the current patch right now. With the current patch, I think it has been a little bit nerfed, but that might only be the base model. I'm not sure. That is quite a new bug at the time of this recording. So... Oh man, it's just kind of reset again. And now dude again pushing at over here. There is no green members that have really caught this yet, caught this approach. As you can see on the fog of war, there are no red units visible, so they are not really apparently, or you know, it is not really apparent to any of the green team. So what dude is doing is really taking advantage of vision range, I guess that's the way you can put it. Yeah, because he kind of is putting them barely out of sight for green, and so all those artillery fire is really going to be super effective. Now Kirby does see all those units stationed over there, and WayWay and darkblaze using Kirby's using Kirby's shared vision there is able to also see it. So now the battle again will come back down to this bottom outpost, and dude gonna go down. He is really head first right in front of a Goliath, so kind of dangerous even for a Warthog. MCcombat trying to do a little harass to this back Bertha station over there, and is gonna not get taken out by WayWay. Almost got that kill. Now Kirby bringing more soldiers to enforce this outpost. It was neutral for a brief moment, but now back to green. But look at this push again. See, that's just what happens when not necessarily you don't scout, but especially on Thar, it's such a big map. Even if you do active scouting, you are still kind of gonna be victim to anything like this, where a bunch of units sneak up on you. MCcombat taking out WayWay there. I think that might have been over the outpost, but and MCcombat getting killed himself by green units. Deaths left and right, especially in a battle with this many units involved. In a 3v3, there will just be deaths abound. Dude using that tank as a shield. Has still one slice in his pie, meaning he is, I guess, technically positive in this match. And now we have hit overtime 2, actually more than a minute in. I have been ignoring that sound as well, but we have hit overtime 2. At this point, green is slightly ahead. They have taken down more forward health than red team has, as you can see. But now dude has neutralized this outpost, so every second with extra opponent's outpost neutralized does matter in overtime 2, especially in a 3v3, because it will just make the difference in and WayWay abducting these extra Longhorn, but will not go for that last one because probably would not have been able to get it in time before his own Longhorn kill that one. But yeah, every single second does matter in a 3v3, especially. And red has been able to take this outpost, did clear all those units on the left side of it, and now just needs to finish off all the ones on the right side. Has been able to drop a Longhorn before it goes back down. And all three members are over here to take, and it does go back up to red again. MrCommunism, I think, with those extra infantry. Now red has the advantage with, I think, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 3 outposts, so they do have a 1 outpost advantage on this map, and the pressure is not stopping. Dude going straight for another one, and he will get quite a lot killed using that tank as a shield. And it's very low on life. But look, he is doing the thing where you're standing way up there, so you are kind of away from a lot of fire. He did land on that pillar, but Kirby just has to bomb him down, and is gonna get this chase and finish off dude eventually with this bombing. And does not. He goes on the wrong side. He really should have, with that much life left, he really should have just stayed hovering over on the right side of dude instead of trying to block him from his outpost. But there is quite a green tank push over here. There is mostly Dillos, a couple Goliaths, and a lot of Seekers, so it does have a pretty good unit composition. I would have hoped for green team that they started also bringing artillery up to support this, but I don't think they have any on the field to really support that that push type, I guess is what you call it. But WayWay now just microing everything that he can around, getting a good surround on this red outpost, or this red fort, and now red is really scrambling to kill as many units as they can, and actually they have been able to clean up every single thing, now that's gonna be the end of all pretty much the majority of green units. It wasn't quite an all-in, but it was a lot of units, and now Kirby trying to bring Armadillo to the front door or wherever. He just goes straight for it instead of in a weird arc or anything like that, and so he just gets spotted immediately and triple teamed and killed right in the air so fast. And now mid also having the pressure, even though red is green is a little bit ahead in terms of life. green is in terms of life. Sorry, red is ahead in terms of the map control, and it's just going to be. Oh, now red does do a drop on green's fort. It does take down quite a lot actually. Now red is ahead in terms of fort health. And at this point. Oh, and green has been able to retake mid. I could have sworn that was going to go to red because of that cap earlier. And Kirby able to bring a lot. Oh, does not get the drop off in time. Oh man, that is painful. That is painful. Oh, and he does throw up the OMG. I would do the exact same thing, but maybe with a little bit more asterisks in it, if you know what I'm saying. MrCommunism bringing 3 level 4 creeps. Level 4 creeps super OP, and it will take a little bit of time for them to get cleared by whatever defending units are over there. The Dark Blaze does get that kill on MrCommunism, and at this point, green is a little bit behind. MCcombat dropping another unit at the front door. They are really ahead now at this point. They do have that extra outpost under their control. Green really needs to, not instead of defending, but they really have to prioritize on dropping now. They need to, at some point earlier in the match, if they did made a better wall, and this will be the end of the game. MCcombat firing right into the front door and dropping a Longhorn in support will be able to get this finish off on green team. And MCcombat, dude9599, and MrCommunism do take this 3v3 on Thar. GG VWP, actually. Whew. And not as close as certain other games, but I would say it's just because the health wasn't super close doesn't mean. Oh, and MCcombat, it does say it is going to me. Oh man. Well, MCcombat, thank you for that replay. This is RUI, and that's game. See you next time.